There's another type of fertilizer on the market that can be used to help increase nitrogen use efficiency. And these fertilizers are delayed release fertilizers. So they're typically coated with some sort of coating to reduce the release or delay the release of nitrogen. Oftentimes, these are sulfur-coated urea, right? So what you see in the picture on the right is urea that's coated with sulfur. Anytime you see yellow, you should think sulfur. How do these work? The availability of nitrogen is simply dependent on the destruction of sulfur, the coating itself, and diffusion out after the coating has been degraded. So there's two means by which the coating can be degraded. It can be degraded physically, right? You just accidentally break open the prill, or biological oxidation, which is oftentimes more what happens, right? So microorganisms will attack the sulfur and degrade the coating, and then thus the release of nitrogen follows. The release of nitrogen from these delayed release fertilizers is based on how thick the sulfur coating is. Is it really thin or is it really thick? And it's based on environmental conditions. The coating has to be degraded often by microorganisms, not physical degradation, but biological degradation. And you know that environmental conditions that favor microorganisms in soil are probably somewhere around 75 degrees Fahrenheit and about field capacity in terms of water. Once the coating is gone, basically, the nitrogen is, in terms of release, uncontrolled. It just comes out. So this is how this works, right? So you've got solid urea, it's coated with sulfur. In the presence of water and microorganisms, you start seeing degradation, and the coating finally, down here in the bottom right, is degraded to the point where urea can start dissolving and be placed into the soil solution, right? The concept between delayed and slow release fertilizers is that you can place these in a soil with a rough guesstimate as to when the nitrogen will be released for plant growth. So if you know that, okay, this coating likely will start releasing nitrogen in 6 weeks, you can time the application of these types of products to release when nitrogen is needed the most by your crop. That's the beauty of using these products.